111, this is your call to wake up. We are here to shift with you. In this video, we will be sharing how your energy frequency and thought cycles are keeping you from awakening, healing, and manifesting. My name is Viviana.
Hi, I'm Sharon.
We are Tierra Angels 111. Today, we will talk about energies and thoughts. As we all know, energy is neither created nor destroyed. With that being said, it exists all around us. It's who we are. Just as your words and actions are energies, so are your thoughts. Thoughts are not created in your brain.
Whoa. You mean what's going on in my head right now is not being created in my head?
It's not. I know it sounds crazy. Stay with us. Our soul is an emotional processor of thought. Your brain receives a thought through your pineal gland and immediately attaches an emotion to it. At the same time, this emotion actualizes into material form. What you think is true, it is your reality. What you think is true, and what I think is true is true. It's what you live. Because a thought has a cycle, what follows that thought has a cycle.
So what you're saying is thoughts are in our energy field. So our energy field's out here, and there's thoughts all around us.
Yep. They come from programming beliefs in our society. Your thoughts are not you.
But I've always been told that my thoughts make me unique, and unique I am.
You are unique. Right. So your thoughts are only showing you how to experience the world, which could be unique to you, right? So each one has a unique way of living their life. But did you know we have been living in a fear-based world? And as you can tell, a lot of people feel stuck.
Yeah, I can see that given the rise in anxiety and suicides across the country and, surges in violence and just the general nature of duality.
Exactly. That is it. That is what is happening in the world. You can see that anywhere you look, especially on the news. Who here has ever felt stuck? That's all part of living in a fear-based thought cycle.
Okay, so let me walk through this for a minute. So I receive a thought in my head. I attach an emotion to it. But why would I attach fear, and where does fear come from in the first place?
That is a great question. Fear is associated with the cerebellum, back here. And studies have shown their connection, but lack explanations for the involvement in such a process. As the cerebellum is a dummy area, also known as the survival instinct, it has a lower frequency vibration. The frequency of fear lives there. It's only 100 hertz. So fear is one of the lowest vibrations that you can experience. When we live in fear, we are living out of our cerebellum. Frequencies around you keep you at that state of feeling and being. So if you are constantly in around that state of fear, you're going to stay there if you don't do anything to raise your vibration. In later videos, we will show you how to use frequencies to raise your vibrations and different things that you can do to counteract this experience. Fear lives in your alter ego. And again, you are not your alter ego.
Okay, so I think I have kind of a real world example of how all this might have worked and how a thought cycle might have evolved. So you know how, not so long ago in society, people had certain feelings and thoughts about races, cultures, religions, sexual orientation.
Yes.
But now we are in an expanding consciousness where those thought cycles are changing. And we're starting to see how everyone is part of each other and we're all one, which goes along with the theory of separation versus oneness. And as it started with a few people being open to receiving those thought cycles, those people began those thought cycles, and as more and more people caught on, those thought cycles expanded, and now we're in this state where it's just going to continue to spread and change. We're not all the way there yet, but as it continues, we'll get there eventually.
Yep, that's right. That is a great example of a thought cycle in fear. And since we're here today, this is our first video. Let me share with you my fear-based story that I used to tell myself. It has to do around speaking, and it started at a very young age. When I started school, I didn't know English. My first language was Spanish, and ESL was very new, so it was pretty much non-existent. My dad knew fluent English, so I learned through him and on my own. But I was pretty much on my own at school. People didn't understand me at all. And so, along with that, the way I always I'm an introvert, and the way I take in the world is by observing others. I love listening over speaking. So I already had that as part of my personality, and my family didn't understand me at all. They would call me antisocial, shy, crazy, because there would be periods of time where I was completely silent and just not interacting with anybody. And all of a sudden I would get in a hyper mood and just blabber, chit chat, and just wouldn't stop. And so they called me a parrot. They would say that I was a parrot. And for a while I would ignore that and just keep doing my own thing. But it eventually caught up to me, and that became my story. And I fed into that thought and fell into that role and thought, that is who I am. I am just a shy person, and I suck at speaking, and I can't really speak right, so I'm just not going to speak at all. And so anytime that I would have to speak around people and meet new people, I had this huge fear around it and built up a lot of anxiety around it. It got so bad, that it would interfere with daily things that I had to do, especially work-related situations. And a lot of people may have not noticed it, but inside it just did not feel good. I've always been on a spiritual journey, and with that, I learned different modalities and different techniques to heal within that have really helped. And here I am making this video. I have wanted to make videos for a really long time, but the self-conscious and fear and anxiety around it just kept me from that. So the more emotion of fear that you feel, the more you're going to manifest that. And it becomes a repetitive cycle. And that is what kept happening to me. I kept manifesting more situations for me to fear even more and feel greater shame around it. And so I wanted to share this with you because my mission is to shift with you. I'm here to be in the process with you. I'm not here to tell you to do what I'm doing, to copy me, and that, if you do, that you're going to be this whole new person, or that I'm completely, changed. I am still on that journey, still have work to do. I'm here being vulnerable, sharing my experience, because also no one knew who I was. Since I didn't really speak to others, only a very few people, the close people I was with, I didn't really share much about myself. That's just what I use as a defense mechanism. And I am here to face my fears. Those fears are not me. So my intention is that you will see a shift in me, which reflects the shift in you, as we're all a mirror of each other.
And just from my perspective, it's so great to be in a relationship with someone who supports you and is on the same path. And I can see all the work that you have done, and it's so amazing to watch. And it's also an inspiration to me because it allows me to share my own fear. And my fear cycle happens to be around thinking that I have enough to say about spirituality for other people to learn. Because my background has always been very education based. And I was always told, if you're going to talk about something, then you need to learn about it first. And then you can teach other people about it. And so I have this fear, which is not thinking that I have enough to share about my own spiritual path. And, that's scary to open yourself up to others when you think that you don't have the knowledge behind it. And because education's been such a huge part of my life, I always thought, well, you have to go to school or take classes or do all of these things to learn about something first. And so it's been kind of a struggle to realize that I have everything that I need within me, but also a relief because that's such an amazing thing and such an amazing gift. And I know that where I am on my spiritual path now is going to meet someone else where they are, and it's going to help them learn. And I'm going to be able to help awaken and heal and manifest to other people as I'm on my path, and that I shouldn't be scared of that.
And I feel like we do that with each other, which is why our relationship is so great. I learn from her, she learns from me, and we both cheer each other on and support each other and grow on this journey together. And I love it. In case you guys didn't catch that, we are life partners, business partners, spiritual partners, workout partners too now. And it's amazing when you find somebody you really love and resonate with, and you can both raise your vibrations together.
Yeah, definitely the way to go.
Okay, so let's summarize what we learned.
All right. Number 1, thoughts are not created in our brain.
Number 2, our brains receive thoughts and we attach an emotion to it.
Number 3, our soul is an emotional processor.
Number 4, emotions actualize into material form.
Number 5, your thoughts are not you. They are programming beliefs in our society.
Number 6, most of us live in a fear energy frequency that keep us from awakening, healing, and manifesting.
Number 7, fear lives in your alter ego.
If you want to learn how to expand your consciousness by raising your energy frequency, stay tuned to our channel. On our next video, we will show you how to start and end your day with an intention to protect your energy field in a prayer form or an affirmation. And if you have kids,
you're in for a treat because we have 4-year-old twins who we are trying to help raise their vibration as well, find ways to make spiritual practices fun, kind of change up the routine, keep their attention. So we'll show you what we've been doing with our kids, and hopefully that will help you include your own kids in your daily practices.
Please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Also, leave a comment below and tell us what you would like to hear more about. We are Tierra Angels 111, and our deepest desire is to help others awaken, heal, and manifest.